Hello, Junetober friends. I was going to give you a walkthrough on this little journal that I made, and then I decided you might want to see how I am putting it together first. So I haven't got the front cover on yet, but what I did was I printed all my pages on cardstock, and then I folded them all in half, and I glued them back to back. So they're only printed on one side, on this side, and then this page is glued to this page. So they're all kind of stacked up and glued together. That gives me, nice sturdy pages. And then this was the inside page of this. And under here are my folds. So I didn't want those to show, so I cut a little piece of fabric and I glued that down. And then I needed a ribbon and I wanted it to be under my cover for closure. So I've glued this down, and then I used some double-sided tape, and I glued, well, that's what I used to glue this down, and I glued this down here and here. So the back side is all glued down. So that's what the front will look like when it's done. So right here I have some double-sided tape. Zoom in a little bit there, because it's white on white, so you can't hardly see it. So if I remove that release paper, then I can take my ribbon and just press it in place there. I wanted to have extra adhesive where I glued the ribbon down here and here on both sides, because when this glues down, I also want adhesive here on the back of my covers to also stick to the ribbon. So let me zoom back out so you can see what I'm doing. So I have already added adhesive, double-sided tape on the back of here. This looks to be about 1 inch. I got it off of Amazon. Sorry, I don't even know the brand name. But I glued it all the way around there. And then what I'm going to do is when I glue this on, I am not going to match here. I'm going to match here. So I want it to line up with those edges of my paper here. And then my covered spine here. It doesn't have to be exact over here because it's covered. Okay, so here's the other thing I wanted to show you was when you have adhesive tape like this, it is not forgiving. If you pull all the release paper off and you go to stick this down and you're off a little bit, when you put that down, it's stuck. So you're going to be ripping paper to peel that up. But if you just pull this back part way and then I give it a little crease, because if I don't, I have had it fold back under before. So I'm going to crease it there in a corner, and I'm going to do it in 2 corners. It doesn't matter what 2 corners really. When I did the back side, I did opposite corners. I think for this one, I'll just do these 2 corners. Maybe. There we go. Again, crease it. And crease it. So oh, you know what? This piece down here, I need to fold back. This one's already folded back. So I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go to this corner. So I have opposite corners. Every piece of tape that you have on here needs to have a starter. It has to be started with the release paper. Goodness sakes, that one was a tough one. Good thing I have fingernails. So I have every piece of tape has been started pulling the release paper off, and then I've creased it. All right, so I'm going to turn this over, make sure my bird is right side up, make sure my pages are right side up, and then when I place this down, I'm not going to want to place the 2 corners that have the release tape pulled back yet. I want to focus on this corner first, because the release paper here, it is because it's still on there, allows me to slide it around so I can line it up just right. And then I'm looking here along this edge, and I'm going to slide it over a little bit until it's lined up there. I'm going to come back down here, make sure it's good. I'm just going to tap in the corner there, and then here. Okay, so everything looks nice and lined up. I can give it a little bit extra push there where the adhesive is showing. And then I can grab this tab here that I left exposed. And you want to gently pull it away If you get too wild about it, sometimes this paper will tear and then it's stuck underneath there. And then smooth that down. Pull that away, smooth that down. Pull this one. Smooth that, and then pull this one. There we go. And then give it all a good push down. That's how I like to do, well, I don't always do journals that way, but that's how I did this one. And I just wanted to give you a little tutorial there. And then I have my ribbon here I can tie. Now I can give you a quick little walkthrough. So I haven't embellished it at all, but these are the pages that I chose to use. Oops. There we go. These are beautiful papers. This is from the kit from Petals and Parchment. I think it's called the Wraiths of Wickmoore Manor. And that's my inside cover. Oh, I did want to point out one more thing also. I wanted my covers to be pretty sturdy, and I didn't think 2 layers of cardstock would be enough. So I had my single layer here, and then on my front and back covers, I put a second layer of cardstock to the back of this, glued it down, and then added my adhesive to the back of that. So right here, I have 3 layers of cardstock. That's going to give me a nice firm cover front and back. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day.